The headlines tonight: bottomly refreshed after 3 days on cross, Branson's clockwork dog crosses Atlantic floor, and sacked chimney sweep pups boss full of mayonnaise. Welcome. On the day-to-day tonight, David Owen emerges shattered from Oliver Reed.
I don't think I've ever seen anything quite such, so totally wanton, ghastly, mess, terrible.
And Portillo's wife defends crack habit.
It's cheap, very cheap.
Hello, you. Prince Charles has volunteered to put himself in prison in order to highlight the plight of Britain's jails.
The Prince made the announcement at some speech or other he was giving today. He said he wanted to set an example. The Prince has been preparing for his ordeal for the last 2 months by attending practice prison in a Rolls-Royce factory, sharing his cell with an old school friend. When he starts for real at Brixton next Tuesday, he'll be expected to muck in just like any other convict detained at his mother's pleasure, adopting the regulation haircut and activity programs. The Prince's choice, making a brush.
I am determined, as far as I'm concerned, to try at least. And in that sense, it will be my own small contribution towards a vision of Britain.
The American serial killer Chapman Baxter is to be executed tonight in the state prison in Tennessee in the manner of his own choosing. CBN's Barbara Wintergreen reports.
Tennessee State Penitentiary. For some, it's death row, but for convicted mass murderer Chapman Baxter, it's the last night at Heartbreak Hotel. Baxter's an Elvis fan, and tomorrow he dies like a king.
I always been a poor boy, never done nothing with my life, always taken from any community I've ever been in. I just figure I just want to die glorious. I just want to die like the king, like the only King Elvis Presley.
A special death bowl has been installed for this gruesome Presley demise.
He died on the toilet full of drugs and cheeseburgers. That's the way I'm going to go. I ain't going to no electric chair. I'm going to the electric toilet.
Like Presley, Baxter will gorge on cheeseburgers and drugs until he reaches 650 pounds. The historic weight will trigger the electric current and see Baxter skip dessert. Among those who'll be watching Baxter get all shook up is Tennessee Presley Fan Club President Alvin Haller. Some people might say that this was debasing the memory of the king. Do you agree with that?
No, ma'am, no. The king did that himself by dying on the john in a big nappy.
But a special cheeseburger line in grim Elvabilia has gone on sale to commemorate tomorrow's pan fry. But maybe after today, that is how people will think of the king.
You could be right there.
Press and protesters conduct a silent vigil outside this special disgraceland, while inside, Baxter chooses his backing vocals.
I figured jailhouse rock be appropriate. Maybe Are You Lonesome Tonight always moves me to that song.
At dawn, all hope of a retrial gone down the pan, Baxter prepares to return to sender. In a few moments' time, America will watch the Presley stand-in eat a sit-down meal with a difference. And if he eats too much, he may come out in a hot flush. So, as Baxter turns as blue as his suede shoes, this is very definitely one burger king with extra fries to go. Barbara Wintergreen, CBN News at the Elvocution, Tennessee State Penitentiary.
Tomorrow sees the opening of the London Jam Festival, selling pots of jam, some made by celebrities, to raise money for the homeless. With me is one of the organisers, Janet Breen. Janet, thanks for joining us this evening. This must have taken a heck of a lot of organising.
Yes, well, it has, actually. To get all the celebrities to contribute their jam has really been quite an operation.
How much of your time did you put into it?
Oh, I would say at least 6 months.
6 months? To raise money for a jam festival? Isn't that rather stupid?
No, I don't think so. I mean, it's all in a good cause.
It's
for the homeless.
Yeah, but how much are you going to raise?
Well, we hope to raise at least £1,500.
£1,500? That's a pathetic amount of money. You can raise more money by auctioning dogs.
Well, I don't think so. I think it's all in a good cause and very worthwhile and worth
You've
doing.
persuaded these celebrities to waste their time donating to it?
Yes.
Well, who?
Glenys Kinnock we've got, and Sebastian Coe.
I hate Sebastian Coe.
Well, I feel he's made a very worthwhile contribution,
What,
actually.
to the paltry sum of £1,500?
Yes.
Is that worth 6 months of your time?
Well, I think it is worth...
I don't think it is at all. I think the only reason you've done it is to make yourself look important. How dare you come on this programme and say, hey, look at me, I'm raising £1,500 for the homeless. You could raise more money by sitting outside a tube station with a hat on the ground, even if you were twice as ugly as you are, which is very ugly indeed. Has this been very upsetting for you? And have you anything else to say in your defence? Janet Green, thank you.
Ultra News.
Now comments from you, the public, in Speak Your Brains.
The law.
Tightening up the law, is it required today?
I think so, yes.
In what areas?
Certainly, we have to do something about drug peddling.
If they ran into the newly tightened up law, would it smack them up sharp, or would it catch them gradually?
I think it needs to smack them up sharp.
To jerk their head back?
Yeah. Oh, sure, certainly, yeah.
Let's see if we can nail this down. In terms of this elastic band here, would you like to see the law tightened up to this tightness, tightness number 1, tightness number 2, or tightness number 3?
I think tightness number 3.
Tightness number 3 like this?
Yeah, I think we've really got to hammer these guys.
So that tightness being an average post office band extended over around 8 inches?
Perhaps, yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Sport now with Alan Partridge. Alan, you're a keen fan of the law, aren't you?
I certainly am. I support the law fully. Not too keen on those that break it, though.
How do you support it, then?
Just generally support it.
What, generally turn up on a Saturday afternoon and wave from the touchlines?
This is Sports Desk. I'm Alan Partridge, and it's a special desk of sport now as we look back on some of the sporting highlights of the last sporting season. So lie down, relax, and let the sports commence. When it's cycling championships you're after, you can't say fairer than the Tour de France.
Dive, Brandauer there in the lead, swaying from side to side in his own inimitable bike-riding way. Klaus Bin there on the inside, pumping away with those gristle-like muscly legs inside those tight lycra shorts, which have become his trademark. And I don't know what this man is playing at. There's no way. Surely the judges must come down like a ton of bricks on that. Carrying bikes on top of a car is not a sportsmanlike way to run this race. You join me in the helicopter now as we look down on these cyclists that look somehow like cattle in a mad way, but cattle on bikes. And there's Sven Gunsen, closely followed by his great friend and teammate Klaus Bin. And the man with the bikes on his car is, yes, he's disqualified, as I said. And Klaus Bin there wins, riding non-handed. No need for that.
It was a belter of a season for athletics.
1,500 metres there, cram, and not a lot happening. Quite unremarkable. Oh, good, someone's fallen. It's Peter Elliott. Yes, he's down. Peter Elliott, no relation to the late Denham. And come on, Pete, back on your feet. You can catch up with them. No, he can't be bothered.
And it was upsets all the way in the dive championships.
Greg Lagani, down, double back twister, bangs his head in it. Textbook, lovely. Let's see it again. He boings down, up in the air, double back twister, comes down, bangs his head on the board and in. Lovely. The judges surely will give him high marks for that.
But for my money, the best punches were being pulled this season in the boxing ring.
As he's affectionately known to me. Thank goodness, actually, they're wearing gloves, because I've witnessed bare-knuckle boxing in a barn in Somerset about 3 years ago. And it was a sorry sight to see men goading them on in such a barbaric fashion. And I'm rather ashamed to say I was party to that goading. And 2 men fighting, as I saw in the barn that night, naked as the day they were born, and fighting the way God intended. Wrestling at points. I don't know if you've seen Women in Love, the marvellous scene by the fire. It kind of resembled that.
I'm Alan Partridge, and that was my sporting season. Why don't you join me for another one? Join me.
Thanks, Alan. Time now for our resident humorist, Brant, the physical cartoonist from the Daily Telegraph, to cast a wry eye at the week's events. And it certainly has been some week, hasn't it, Alan?
Yes.
And so, with that in mind, Mr. Brant, put us in the picture.
Thanks, Chris. Well, this week John Majors had to walk a bit of a political tightrope.
Sylvester Stewart has today's weather.
Starting in the southeast, where it'll be a misty day tomorrow with a droplet density of about 50,000 per spherical inch. That's roughly as if the mist were hugging the ground like an over-affectionate and rather damp dog. Over to East Anglia and the Midlands. It'll be a warm day tomorrow, about 20. That's the sort of warmth you might feel on a January morning walking into a heated drawing room after chopping some wood. And finally, into the north of England and Scotland. A strong and highly long-lasting day tomorrow, with hail aimed vertically downwards from above, and there'll be a 30% chance. The summary then, breezes. And that's all the weather.
The law.
We're looking today at the letter of the law. Any problems?
Well, I've just been worried about what I've been watching on TV recently about all these fit-ups.
What about a poster campaign to promote the letter of the law?
Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea.
TV campaign?
Yeah, possibly, yeah.
How quickly would you like to see this sort of action taken? Poster campaign?
Immediately.
Immediately?
Yes.
So here we are in the immediately future, looking at a poster on the wall of the letter of the law.
Yeah.
Red on blue. What letter is it? What single letter? The letter of the law. What letter is it? No, what letter is it? What letter is it? The letter of the law.
J.
J, in red on blue.
Yeah.
Environation from me, Rosie May. Britain is soon to have its first portable cemetery. The cemetery, which opens to the size of a football pitch and features real soil, holds up to 1,000 corpses. The portable cemetery saves waste. Scientists in Alaska have found a gap between the horizon and the Earth. The gap, which is 9 miles across, is believed to have been caused by recent storms which tore the horizon from its moorings. A team of civil engineers has now set off to lash the horizon back down with steel. I'm Rosie May, and this is my planet.
Take a look at this.
This is St Barley's Church in Coventry.
That sequence will be featured in a full report on the Church of England, which is coming up now.
If you mention the Church of England to most people, they immediately think of the sacraments and the holy blood of our Lord Jesus Christ. But to many within the Church, there is another ritual, the ritual of the bullying ritual.
Ex-curate Peter Litterton was intimidated by his very first vicar.
I went to the bathroom to wash after dinner and I found my flannel in the toilet. Another time I went into the bathroom and all the bristles, bar one, had been cut off from my toothbrush. Another time he put bleach in my shaving cream and Mrs. Cape stifled a giggle.
I see. This is St Barley's Church in Coventry.
Barley's vicar, Bobby Skye, is a former bully himself, but has now decided to speak out.
If a young deacon was being inordinated, then during the inordination ceremony, we would hum during his sermon, so we would be going, and he would be trying to speak and not knowing who was humming. And
How many of you were humming?
About 200 of us, 200 vicars, all going,
But while some are brave enough to speak out, others are still quietly being beaten up. Here in the vestry of St Champs in Coventry, we secretly rigged up one of our cameras to record some bad ecclesiastical hurting.
I'm sorry, Bishop, I'll do it again. I'm sorry, Bishop, I'll do it again. Why are you always being such an arse? Don't know, Bishop. I don't know, Bishop. I don't know. It's fold it properly. Yes, Bishop.
Yes, I was collecting up the hymn books, very well, these exact books.
Yes.
And I was stacking them, like so.
Yes.
And I'd stacked up to my chin.
I see.
So I was really at full stretch with about 30 hymn books. And he said, "Come on, Peter, you can fit another one in there." I said, "No, I can't, Reverend Cape, I really can't." And he pushed one in. He said, "You can fit another one." I said, "I can't." And he pulled my hair right back.
Yeah.
And so my head was like this. I thought I was going to choke. And then he ran along this pew, like that, and threw the books. "Pick them up! Pick them up!"
You do look a rather foolish boy, Paul. Clean it up. I'll be back later.
The bullying has got to stop. Stop the bullying. Start taking care of your flock. Pick on someone your own size. God's bigger than all of us.
And since we've recorded that report, everybody featured in it has lost their hair.
The Day Today, slamming the wasps from the pure apple of truth.
The Home Secretary's new measures for dealing with neighbourhood noise have been introduced this week by Broxbourne Police, and it looks like they're working. Noisy people have been a problem in Broxbourne for years, but now if the police receive more than 5 complaints against a single household, they just turn up and release a tiger through the front door. So far, they say, the Home Secretary's new measures have been 100% successful. This weekend, BBC Two celebrates changing attitudes in the last 35 years of television in Attitudes Night.
Well, here we are at the hanging. It's a very sombre atmosphere. The condemned man has just arrived with the executioner, Mr. Albert Marsh, who's highly respected.
The evening begins with a chance to savour again Great Britain's last televised hanging.
He's using a nylon hemp mix rope tonight for the first time ever. That's what he wanted. That's what he's got. It's to guarantee extra strength.
All right, Mudge, what can I do you for then?
The 60s saw television breaking taboos again and again, with Frampton Row, the first popular weekly serial, to use swear words.
I'm not made of money, especially not since Eddie Copsey and his blooming lids.
Oh, aye.
Go on then, I'll have the express. There are you, big hairy cock.
Ta.
Ta-ra, Stan.
Ta-ra, you shitter.
These days, it's very fashionable among young people to do what I'm doing now. I'm being filleted by a young girl known as a groupie. It's an interesting feeling and certainly quite relaxing. Well, it's half an hour later. My initial reaction was one of intense joy, but that's now been replaced by a vague feeling of inadequacy and gloom. It's not an experience which I can see catching on, but neither is it one which I regret.
But while some programmes broke taboos, others, like Them Next Door, would in time become taboo themselves.
Next door again.
What's he want now, eh?
Mr. Eddie, I was wondering if I could be borrowing a cup of sugar for my lunch.
What'd he say?
He says he wants you to give him a punch.
Oh, all right.
You're misunderstanding me. I'm asking for sugar. That is why I'm here.
Well, I can't understand a bleeding word he's saying.
He says he wants you to give him a thick ear.
Oh, right.
No.
The same went for Channel 4's Kiddie Stare, the show which featured naked 2-year-olds romping for the pleasure of adults.
Must say it's looking in excellent condition. And yes, the lights have gone out. There, it's a good clean drop. There's the hanging. Well done, well done. They'll be pleased with that. And to play us out, we have Johnny Stoppard. Johnny, what are you going to play for us tonight?
Fancy Lady.
Fancy Lady. Well, fancy that. This is Corin Piper bidding you good night. Good night.
So join us for the start of the evening with The Hanging. That's Attitudes Night this Friday on BBC Two.
Coming up, more cathedral dumping in Leicester.
Well, there was 2 of them, 2 bishops, to come along and just dumped it here and legged off down the road.
And Manchester police powerless against new weapon menace.
Well, basically, one of these and one of these have a range of 50 feet and can bring down a helicopter.
Time now for business with Collaterally Sisters.
Thanks, Chris.
Take her off the monitor, I don't want to see her face.
And no let up today for British manufacturers. There were large profit slumps for Securivag and United HaHa, down 6.4, joining Collins Perhaps units on a lower third rung. There was better news for Edgeledge Wedgebarge, who mustered 2.41 up 88 very slightly, but Oxy McGee flew back a 9th, despite a creeping bid from Connected Breath Dumps at 4. On the currency markets, how did the pound fare? A quick glance at the currency CAD. Not too well, I'm afraid. There's a disconcerting 47-degree slope against the dollar, yen and Deutschmark. And if we project, in 4 months, the pound leg is effectively amputated, leading to a rogue leg with no hip constituency at all. Overall, then, for tomorrow's markets, good evening. Slightly fractious in the 9s and 7s. Chris.
Alternative medicine has been growing steadily in popularity over the last 7.5 years. The latest fad is sending thousands of patients scurrying to a medieval hospital in Dartmouth. Iggy Pop Barker reports.
Bile chanting. You won't have received this kind of treatment before unless you're 500 years old. The Sanctus Hospital in Dartmouth specialises in medieval healthcare and offers a range of historic remedies at 21st century prices.
There. This should really get rid of the melancholy, yeah? Sore a bit?
Physical complaints like the hardened lump on this woman's foot are treated as symptoms of spiritual disorder.
I'm going to make an incision here.
Yes.
And make the incision all the way round here,
Yes.
and the other side,
Yes.
and then cut through, and then remove this,
Yes.
this foot,
Right.
remove
Right.
that,
Yes.
and take it away,
Yes.
and bury it with some gooseberries.
We've done the tests and
This woman is a witch and is being talked through the drowning procedure.
What we'll be doing is we'll be pushing you in the pool.
I see.
If you sink to the bottom, you're clear. If you float to the top, obviously we're going to have to attach some weights to you and drown you.
You mean you want me to
just walk down?
To walk down the stairs.
Yeah, I'll give you a bit of a shove.
All right, off I go then. That's right.
Take the hand here. Take the hand here.
Dr. Philip Johansson is Europe's leading practitioner of bile chanting. He was one of the 4 doctors and 10 patients killed in this morning's blaze. Firemen say the chances of finding anyone else alive is minimal.
Real events shot by chance on amateur cameras are increasingly putting professional news crews out of business. Remedy Malahide reports.
A common studio accident, a man being electrocuted in the face by a loose cable. But what made the accident uncommon is that it was caught on one of these, a home camcorder. Hello, I'm Remedy Malahide, and tonight I'll be showing you just a cupful of the many thousands of unattractive events poured onto a lens by you, the public, in Genutainment. First, these remarkable scenes of an audacious bank robbery were captured by Mrs. Susan Briers, who owns the security cameras at the Norwood branch of NatWest. The real capturing happened soon after. Our reality eye fest continues courtesy of St John's Ambulance Unit, who filmed this disturbing spectacle of a distressed caterer who had her finger trapped under the page of a book. Photo factuality now, and Mrs Mandy Hell captured these snaps while out walking her brother on Wandsworth Common. The unnamed woman had been pierced by a shaft of frozen urine, which had fallen from the toilet facility of an overhead plane. And finally, Mr. Peter Dexy of Lancaster sent us amusing footage of a baseball attack outside his home. If you listen carefully, you can hear that Mr. Dexy's living room cuckoo clock happened to strike in time to each smash of the bat. But on now to our main visual splash, real-life tales of danger and rescue, which, thanks to this little child, it's a camcorder, we can actually show you each week on It's Your Blood. Every week on It's Your Blood, we feature an actual bad accident and show how you can avoid a similar fate. This week, Chopper of Doom.
Helicopters, machines with blades for cutting air. Air that's soft and easy to slice, like human beings. If a helicopter hits the ground at 100 miles an hour, it can be rebuilt. But for a man made of crushable bone and ligaments that tear, it's not quite so easy. In recreating the horrific events of the 12th of December 1992, we persuaded the original victims to face that ordeal again. We also used amateur video footage of the nightmare. All bodily fluids shown are the ones which actually emerged at the time. For this reason and many others, you may find the following sequence produces a very powerful sensation in your brain and body.
Farmer Chester Johnson uses a chopper for crop surveillance and he flies it himself. It's 10 o'clock on the birthday of his sheepdog Lindsay, and Chester has planned him a treat.
It was a ride in the helicopter. I knew he'd like it, so I decided to video it for him as a memento.
What he didn't know was that he and Lindsay were about to make a flight neither of them would ever forget, even if their brains were erased with mind rubbers. At first, everything was normal. They were up and enjoying the ride.
It was smooth and exhilarating, like an aerial motorbike.
But then Chester decided to look at his watch. A watch we later found to have a dangerous design. The aircraft was now perilously out of control, and to make matters worse, it was heading straight towards a field of children looking for worms. By sheer luck, a member of the public, Mrs. Maureen Tucker, had noticed the helicopter and started shooting these valuable pictures with her own camera. After 10 minutes, she called for help.
Hello, Control Tower. Oh no, it's one of our helicopters out of control.
Wonder who that can be.
It could be Chester Johnson, and that's got a dog on board. We better call a shepherd then.
The steel vulture of Beelzebub was now just seconds away from the children's soft heads.
The airfield, move the stick slightly.
Where to be? Steady. Come by.
You're doing well.
Come by.
By sheer brilliance, the shepherd dog team also managed to avoid an old woman up a stick in a nearby field. While the heroes celebrated, the shepherd's unattended flock caused a pile-up on the M5 in which 430 people were injured. Mercifully, the ordeal forged such firm bonds between the victims that it led in many cases to marriage.
If this happened to you, would you know what to do? Your chances would be improved considerably if you made sure someone on the ground had one of these. It's a pocket shepherd. It costs just £59, a small price to pay for the gift of a functioning body that works properly.
News Jiffy.
Just time to have a quick look at tomorrow's headlines. Aristocrats' dung saves village from flood. That's in the Mail. Today, drowned Italian wins Eurovision. The Express go with Lord Mayor's pirouette in fire chief wife decapitation. Grisly but gripping. The Sun, Robin Koch. And the Daily Star, feel my nose and put my specs there, roars drunken major. That's it. That's the day today, on the day that Boris Yeltsin told the world how he milked Mrs. Thatcher.
Her flappy breasts.
Good night. The headlines tonight: Portillo's teeth removed to boost pound, exploded cardinal preaches sermon from fish tank, and where now for man raised by puffins. Yes. On the day-to-day tonight, woman describes her parents' kidnap hell.
She told me that a very heavy officer sat on her back Others sat on her legs. She was then handcuffed and broad sellotape was taped around her ankles so that she couldn't walk.
And new Welsh minister in incomprehensible energy outburst.
The main benefit of our abortion is because it is competitive. It permits the production of electricity cheaper, competitive, and then enhance the competitiveness of British industry.
Good evening. The junior Minister for Health, Mr Douglas Wenbys, resigned today following revelations of irregular accounting and racist dances at his home constituency of Tray. Reporting from Westminster, Helwyn Ballard reports.
Mr Wenby's resignation could spell trouble for John Major's government, trouble it could well do without. I'm joined now by our political correspondent, Colin Hay. Colin, a bad day for the government?
What an ageing patient called Mr Major's government needed today was a shot in the arm. What it actually received was a bullet in the throat. I'm joined now by the Tory chairman for resignation issues, Mr Austin Straker. Mr Straker, a bad day for the government?
The media always overblows these things, Colin. Mr Wenby's acted entirely with honour.
Minister, thank you. Helwyn?
Colin, Chris.
Helwyn.
Chris.
Helwyn. Mr Wenby's week of hell ended at 11:30 this morning when his resignation was accepted by the Prime Minister. He then walked out of his office for the last time and left Westminster by car to meet family and constituents at his house in Gloucestershire, where he hopes to spend more time cultivating his hobbies. He is a keen cook and is also fond of collecting stamps. Sylvester Stewart has today's weather.
Starting in the southeast, Devon and Cornwall should have some fairly heavy and prolonged showers, a bit like jagged metal piercing old flesh. Over the Midlands now, it'll be warm at first but turning cocky later, around 12, and there should be some cloud around in the shape of a whore. In Scotland, loud thunderstorms in the evening, but the sun should come through later, so it'll be a bit like being woken up in the night by strange men shining powerful torches in your eyes. In summary then, dispassionate. And that's all the weather.
Alan Partridge is at Marple for today's horse races. I wonder what he's doing at the moment. Alan?
Hi, Chris. I'm Alan Partridge. Horses. Love them or hate them, from Mr. Ed to Silver, that's the Lone Ranger's horse. They're all here mingling with officials. Don't do that, please. It's the 6:13 Queen Henry Stakes, which is generally regarded as the litmus test for Derby form. Jockey folklore says that if you cock up the Queen Henry, you might as well ride the Derby on a cow, which of course be a complete waste of time. Let's have a look at the betting. The going today, of course, Moist to Tricky. The betting, Diabetic Charlie at 3-1 favourite, two-headed Sex Beast at 4-1, and at 20-1, Mrs. Boothroyd's Holiday Dancer. All the rest, 50-1 bar. That's all for now. Join us later for the race. Back to you, Chris, in the studio.
Alan, have you got a tip for us?
I did have a tip, but I was going to tip New Year's Lad, but his horse box was hit by a Volvo on the M3. Terrible mess. Apparently he's dead. So, bad luck there. Back to you, Chris. Stop it.
That's an amazing coincidence, Alan, because last week, Collaterally's sisters, you were involved in a car crash in which you were the only survivor. Only because you landed in somebody's stomach.
And it was a rather cowy night for the pound. It stood at 3.79 against the German Bordello. That's up 0.5 against the Portuguese Starling and down 100 against the Bitch. Earlier, there was confusion in the markets when France and Spain swapped their currencies and trading remained succulent for the rest of the day. Thanks, Chris. Here at home, from tomorrow, the new Bank of England £5 note comes into circulation. The notes, which feature the head of Iggy Pop, can only be used once.
Thanks, Collaterally. Coming up, Bosnian old woman, controversy over new police shirts.
It's blatantly too small, I mean, that wouldn't fit my daughter.
And your opinions in Speak Your Brains.
Firing public servants, do you approve?
I agree.
In all circumstances?
Yes, yes.
So once they've made a mistake...
Oh, no, give them more than, give them one chance.
And then fire them?
Again, definitely, yeah.
Heavily?
Heavily, yes. Yeah.
And who would you fire them at?
They're governors.
You...
People above them.
So they've made a mistake, you line them up, fire them with their governors?
Definitely, yeah.
Hello again. The 6:30 delayed due to a collapsed paddock. They're just sorting that out. Men and women here wandering around like ants on an anthill. Good to see Platitude Queen
A renowned horse, well known for its sense of humour. Look at that wiggle. Marvellous. I don't know what that is. 2 to look out for. Number 1 there, Zainab Adawi's 20 Hotels, and number 3, two-headed sex beast. It's great to see the deaf catered for by these real characters in anoraks. Couple of youngsters there fooling around. Let's hope that tomfoolery doesn't escalate into blind, ugly violence, which, let's face it, none of us want to see. 2 fat ladies, 88. Old bingo expression there. Although these ladies, I'm very sure, are not the kind of ladies who you'd find at the bingo hall. They're altogether a better class of fat lady. Look at that lovely girl there, chomping on a sandwich. Oh. I'm sure what that is. Hope it's hope it's not a dead horse. They're not going to fit it in the back of a Volvo 340. Actually, I hope it isn't a dead horse. Sorry.
The Day Today. Bagpiping fact into news.
The American actor Marlon Brando has been sold today in an auction at Sotheby's. Brando, who starred in films like Apocalypse Now and Superman, was part of a sale of international works of art which attracted interest from all over the world. He was sold in the large wooden chair he has occupied for the last 3 years to the Vatican at just under the expected price of $2.25 million. It's believed he will be installed in St. Peter's later next month.
Dentists. Time was when dental care was free, but now costs are forcing people with sick mouths onto the streets. Last night I went with a team to there. Soaring costs have forced dentists to use telephone boxes as reception areas and the back streets as their chair. It's daylight here and the streets look quite normal, but when the night draws in like a great dark thing, this whole area becomes the stalking ground for scores of dentists. Up to 150 practitioners can operate under this bridge in any one night. We saw 7 of them, all after one mouth.
Got wisdom in the back. Right, I'll turn around, just pretend you're yawning, all right? Just open your mouth. Okay. Yeah, right, you need that out. Probably a molar need doing as well.
Hygiene, any dental work done at all? Any fillings, hygiene, root canals? Yeah, 25 quid. Done.
For the past 3 years, Hamble has worked alone, without equipment or basic surfaces.
I used to do wet polish with my tongue, and I used to blow on their faces to keep them cool because there was no anaesthetic.
Without anaesthetic, it must have been hard to stop people screaming. How did you do that?
I used to hold their throats with my hand.
Can you show me?
What? On you? And I used to press their windpipe like that.
Nighttime with the police's undercover social unit.
Kid to play with one of these, they get big ideas. They see a swab, they think, oh, that's pretty cool. They want to be Clint Eastwood. Oh, here we go, our old friend Mr. Drill.
Now that doesn't look like a dental drill.
No, it's not. There's 2 drills here. They're both masonry drills.
And can you be sure that that was used for dental treatment?
Yeah, there's traces of enamel here. Oi!
A backstreet dentist and his client. We chased and filmed at the same time. The dentist managed to escape on a nearby yacht, but the dentee was less fortunate.
Look at that.
Can I ask you how you feel?
Oh, slightly disorientated, obviously.
OK. What's wrong with the NHS?
I had to wait 3 weeks for an appointment.
He's made a pig's ear of your face, you know that.
I've used an illegal dentist. I hardly think it's what's a criminal offence.
Well, it is a criminal offence.
It's not.
It is.
Oh.
The next night, our dentist was back at work. Proof, if proof be need be, that it's going to take more than a big syringe to cure Britain's mouth.
The Day Today, aware that while the world looks round, it is in fact a cube. And from this, we know that fact times importance equals news.
Coming up, controversy over new police shirts.
Yes, obviously we are ready to comply with whatever changes are made if they're for the better, but this clearly is not going to work.
But first, Alan Partridge for the delayed 6:30 at Marple. Alan, either you've just had a fight with a fire engine or it's raining its arse off out there.
Hi Chris, no racing as of yet. As you can see, 1 or 2 problems with the weather. It's really quite wet here. Really is quite wet. It was horrible, really awful. Back to you in the studio.
Your complaints.
Hello, peasant.
How'd you do?
Would you care to read out this complaint which you have just written?
I shall indeed.
Grasp the candle.
Sorry?
And bang on.
And bang on. I would like to complain about the entirely slack monitoring of the shape of broadcasters' mouths. As a recruitment officer, I know it is a simple matter when appointing staff to filter out those with unusual or disgusting mouths at the interview stage. Yet our screens are plagued with the likes of Gavin Esler, whose mouth is not only so ill-governed, it looks like it's trying to escape from his face, but is grotesquely lopsided. A balanced view from that? In a chimp's cock. Surely the time has come for the BBC to face up to this demoralising assault and sack anyone whose mouth does not conform to reasonable standard. Perhaps mine, point at mouth. Regular, neat, and I've had the stretch marks dealt with. Do it or I'll ram you up your own fudge tunnels. Thank you.
You ask anyone in the street what they think of Britain's public buildings, and they'll probably look at you and say, well, they're a lot of old rubbish. That's why the Day Today has commissioned a special fly-on-the-wall documentary series about every single one of them, starting this week with St Lamb's Pool in Acton.
Hi. Can we have 2, please? One adult and a child. How much is that?
85.
85. Thanks. No, it's not for the phones. I mean, it's just for the pool. Just 2 for the pool. Well, I don't think I've got the exact money. I mean, it's only, you know, just keep the change. It doesn't matter.
Keep the change. Well,
I mean, I haven't got the exact money, but I mean, it's only £1.
Well, I can't. I don't have the authority to just give you 25 pence. I'll have
Just
too much
keep
money
it.
at
I'm not
No,
asking
I
you,
can't
just-
give you the change. I'm sorry.
Look, just give me 2 tickets, please.
Well, if you want to keep £1, I'll keep it, but I can't let you in the pool.
Line up along here, please.
No duck, Michael, cut it out, no ducking. Stephanie, leave her hair alone. I've told. Right, all down this end. All down. Right, free swim.
One swimming. Swimming.
Sorry, I don't know what you want.
Alors, moi je comprends pas là, je parle pas très bien anglais. Swimming, I go la natation.
You go what?
No, not the float. No, they're not for us. Not the float. No. Put them back. Put them all back.
Excuse me, I wonder if you could help me. I've just been for a swim and I just found I've lost my locker key, the ring thing. Have you got a spare I could use?
No, we don't give out spares.
It's 207, it's my locker number.
Well, doesn't matter what number it is, you better go and look for it.
I haven't got a master or something.
I can't give you a master key. I can't give you a master key, but it'll be in the bottom of the pool. Go and look for it.
Look, I'm in a bit of a hurry. I've got to get back to the office, so if you could just give me a master key.
I haven't got the authority to give you a master key because we need a £10 deposit.
Well, look, I'll give you a £10 deposit. My money is in the locker with my clothes.
Sorry, I can't help you.
Give me a key!
I don't have the authority to give
Give
you a master
me a key!
You better get off to your office.
The Day Today. Game warden to the event's rhino.
Coming up later will be Microtometer Candy Hell, but first a look at programmes later tonight on BBC Two.
And at 10:10, it's question time, live from Wembley Stadium.
Let's hear from the questioner. So there we go.
That's question time tonight at 10:10. On the panel, Virginia Bottomley, Tony Banks, Sir William Rees-Mogg and Nick Kershaw. And then at 11:15, it's the Day Today special. This week, Cam Fam. And it's the whole family of Lincoln who've agreed to have cameras implanted into their faces to give us a unique view of British family life.
Oscar, what is the golden rule? Hello, what is the golden rule? Yes, you do know what the golden rule is. The golden rule is don't touch Daddy's car. Turn it off.
Mum said I could.
What do you mean Mum said you could? Mum said you could play in the car. Mum wouldn't have told you to play with the car.
What's going on?
Did you tell him he could touch the car?
No, I
did you
didn't.
tell him?
What are you doing in Daddy's
She
car?
didn't, you little liar, you little liar.
Roy, just calm down.
I am calm. Don't get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Roy, stop it!
And after that, a day-to-day information special from Connor Hamill.
Hey you, look at me. I'm driving my sports car, going at 50, 60, 70. The wind's in my hair, 80. Oh look, there's a bend. Who cares? 90. Get out of my way, you squares. I'm doing 100, because it's cool. It's cool to drive fast. Of course it's cool. Just one question. Is this cool? 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 Is that cool? All these people, are they cool? Is this cool? This guy, cool, is he? This guy, is he cool?
No.
This woman, is she cool? So what about me? Do I look cool? Well, do I? Do I look cool? Do I really look cool? Do I? Do I? Do I?
Yes or no? Find out tonight on BBC Two. Coming up, 500 more uncles laid off in Derbyshire.
My nieces and nephews just called me into the lounge this morning and said, sorry, but I'm going to have to let you go.
And controversy over new police shirts.
We've been issued with these new shirts, and I and many of my fellow officers feel they're just too small.
A week of foul-tempered debate in Europe ended this afternoon as finance ministers agreed new quota rates for trade with the United States. In Brussels is our economics correspondent, Peter O'Hanrahan. Peter, what is the new rate?
It's 30%, Chris. Agreement was a long time coming, but in the end, the decision was unanimous.
What was the Germans' reaction? Because they've been holding out for 40%, haven't they?
That's right. When I spoke to Finance Minister Reinhardt earlier today, he said he didn't like the deal, but he had to go along with it.
Really? You spoke to him yourself? You managed to pin him down? He's a pretty tricky man, isn't he?
That's right.
Where did you get hold of him?
He was in the hotel.
And you conducted a conversation with him about the quota rates?
That's right. He said he didn't like it, but he had to go along with it.
What language did you conduct this conversation in, Peter?
German.
You spoke to him about the technicalities of the deal in German?
Yes.
So what's the German for 30%?
30%.
30%.
Yes.
And what about that quote you attributed to him? I don't like it, but I'll have to go along with it.
That's what he said.
How did he say it?
I don't like it, but I'll have to go along with it.
In German, how did he say it?
Ich nichten lichten.
Presumably you mean, rufen Sie ein Taxi bitte, sonst verpasse ich meinen Flug.
Yes.
No, you don't, Peter, because that means get me a taxi, I'm late for my plane. Now, I'm going to ask you a question. Did you speak to the German finance minister about the New Deal this afternoon?
No.
And what was his reaction?
I don't know.
Peter, thank you.
Environation from me, Rosie May. The vast arm protruding from the South Pole is continuing to grow. All fingers of the hand have now fully emerged, along with sections of the wrist. An international conference will be held in the spring to discuss the arm, now over a mile in height. Another pasta slick has washed up in Devon, threatening seagulls, terns and starfish. These birds were among over 1,000 found drenched in linguini on a beach near Exmouth today. Several basking sharks are also believed to have become clogged up. I'm Rosie May and I'm sitting on your sphere.
Back to today's races. Alan Partridge is at the...
This is bad, let him lie in it. Let him lie in it. I'm Alan Partridge here at Marple with me. Just a quick look at the betting. Onion Terror, 2-1 favourite, 7-4 massive bereavement, and 100-30, trust me, I'm a stomach. All the rest 3-1 bar. The 6:30 has a 50-minute delay due to a fist fight near the paddocks between two officials, one of them now hospitalised. But I'm pleased to say I have with me the winner of the last race. Come here, Mickey Doolan. Hello, how are you?
I'm very well.
Are you now? Now, how do you feel about the race there? You won that race, the last race. How do you feel about that?
Well, very pleased to have won the race. It was a hard race, won it by a nose at the end, you know, so it's quite
and your mum and dad must be pleased. Now, what do they think of you doing this? Shouldn't you be at school? Do they not think you're sort of missing out on schoolwork?
Well, I think I'll be a little bit over that now. I'm 33 years of age,
what?
You know. That's right, I'm 33 years
You're
of age.
33?
That's right, yeah.
But I thought you look about 14.
Well, I'll take that as a compliment, you know.
Are you really 33 years old?
43 years of age, that's right.
Oh my God. Well, all the others, are they sort of 30, are they not children?
Well, age varies from about, 18 to 42 or maybe a bit older.
But you're so small.
Well, that's the idea, you know. I mean, if I was any bigger, if it was your size, then I wouldn't have won a race today.
Right, that's why you never see people like Brian Blessed riding horses. No, it makes sense. Right, well, thanks very much for talking to us, Mickey Doolan. Mickey Doolan here at Marple. Ah, raining.
News Felch.
Music news now from satellite channel Rock TV.
Rock TV. Watched the world over by superstars like Elton John, Noel Edmonds and Mick Hucknall.
Hi, I'm Harfin Tewport.
Wow, it's Harfin Tewport.
And coming up soon is the more, but first, Rock TV News brought to you by Lasterplast, the Faster Plaster.
News.
The work of He's a Singer Bob Dylan is to be reappraised following the discovery of a film which shows several of his songs, including the classic Subterranean Homesick Blues, being sung as long ago as 1947 by the singer-songwriter George Formby.
Oh, look out, kid, you're gonna get hit. Belush's cheaters, 6-time users, hanging around the feeders, billed by the waffles, looking for a new folk, don't follow leaders, so watch your pocket meters. Hey!
Dylan, who is in hospital after eating a rotten wolf, has so far been unavailable for comment.
Hello, Ian Curtis here. I watch Rock TV every day.
That's the news where it's gone. Time now for Suki Babswent with her special brand of things.
What ho, I'm Suki Babswent. Uh-oh, now go wow for the latest sounds from Nirvana. They've been commissioned to do the music behind the new Panty Smile sanitary products campaign. Okay, boys, hit me with those ultra pants.
Once a month, you'll become a slave to a tidal wave. Yeah, but his little clock could mess up your frog, but Panty Smile's a lovely thing. It absorbs everything. You can wear them in the high screens, body contours, very discreet, and the comfort you won't believe, 'cause the top sheet is a dry weed. Yeah, and it's so
Pandy Smile, a comfy pal who says never mind.
Hi, I'm Sinead O'Connor and I watch Rock TV.
American rapping now, and this American rapper FQ is in trouble over his new song, Uzi Lover. During the stage version of the song in the live show, he kills 5 people on the stage during the stage show, live as it's performed.
Cut, bitch, mother. Uzi Lover. She's an Uzi Lover.
I set them on fire with petroleum, and then after about half a minute, put a gun in each one's face and pull a trigger.
The whole controversy is preposterous. These killings are obviously ironic.
Uzi like a metal dick in my head. Magazine like a big testicle gland. Bitch wanna try it? I said keep it quiet. Shove it up a motherfucker's ass and fry it.
You gotta kill people to have respect for people.
I did the bitchin', and she lay twitching. I know that she's an Uzi lover.
You gotta kill some people anyway. You can't kill everybody, because you wouldn't have anybody left to respect if you did.
He was grateful I shot his people. Motherfucker pig was an Uzi.
When he goes to England later this month, one of the people FQ will be doing the killing to is Radio 1 disc jockey Mark Goodyear.
Bitch bang, oh mother, bitch bang, oh bitch, mother, bitch.
And just time for a quick look at tomorrow's headlines. Arafat ablaze in kerosene oyster hell, that's in the Telegraph. Today, go with Peter Collins is not a man. The Catholic Herald, eating turkey at Christmas is like nailing an egg to the cross, says Bishop. And the New Zealand Prendergast, Russia elects Cobweb. That's it. That's the day today. On the day today asks the question, are these the real Birmingham bombers? Good night. The heads tonight. Teenage boy roasts himself in sacrifice to Chris Kelly. Heseltine fading fast. And headmaster suspended for using big-faced child as satellite dish. This is the news. This is the news. Coming up, why can't I be king, bleats Patton.
What is unreasonable about that proposal?
And Mad Lord says it's not too late for Freddie Mercury.
I'd recommend she went to her local benefits agency office, sought advice there, and I'm sure she'd find, as likely as not, by getting hold of family credit, she might find herself considerably better off.
News. London Transport say they may have to close the underground system due to an infestation of horses. A report described the conditions in the equine plague as like an abattoir in a power cut. Ted Moore reports.
For years, the system of tunnels and shafts has harboured a small population of wild horses without bothering the commuters. The only pest control necessary was performed by the teams of fluffers, who to this day remove clots of hair from the tracks.
See the hair?
Then in 1970 came the crackers, special staff who had to patrol the darkened tunnels every day and kill the horses with hammers. But now, say officials, the horses have become a menace.
Due to a large pile of horses blocking the line at Marble Arch, all services have been cancelled.
Many of the drivers are heavily traumatised. Only one today could describe the conditions.
Loads of horses, at least 30, I'd say. As the train approaches, they start running away from the train. Stampede in the opposite direction, like.
And what the drivers say they fear most of all is a head-on collision with a blind tube mare.
Well, it's instant death. It comes straight through the cab window, crushes you to death. Personally, I think the management should round him up. Get rid of him.
And in a statement issued just 10 minutes ago, the Home Secretary announced that he personally will be going into the tunnels this weekend, armed with a special gun.
The Day Today. News from telly to belly.
Now from the day-to-day travel tower, a mile above the centre of Great Britain, here's Valerie Sinatra. Valerie, how's it all looking? Nice?
Well, a bucket load of mixed blessings for you down on the ground, Chris. Let's take a look, first of all, at the M18. That's starting to clear now after that quiet stretch of the A49 was brought down from Stirling earlier on, so that's very good news. The M11, on the other hand, is still very busy indeed. It's nose to tail, coaches, cars, pedestrians. And in fact, if you take a close look, you might just be able to make out a piece of pie down there on the road. That's not going to be helping anyone at all. You'll have heard earlier on the news about the motorway pile-up this afternoon. The M6, the M58, the M61 and the M56 all collided, so safer to avoid that altogether. Good news, however, on the A12. Those earlier congestions have now cleared, so you should have no problems at all if you want to go there and bathe a child. Finally, a warning to speeding motorists. Police marksmen have now been stationed on all major roads in and out of London. That means anybody caught speeding can be shot in the chin, so best to avoid that too. Back to you, Chris.
Thanks, Valerie. That was great.
Thanks a lot. Take care. See you soon.
Take care too, right? See you tomorrow?
I will.
Yeah,
I hope so, yeah.
Okay.
Take care. Ciao, Chris. Bye.
Bye-bye. The BBC has confirmed that it's ditching the 9 o'clock news in favour of a new soap opera called The Bureau. It's set in a 24-hour bureau de change. It started just 12 seconds ago on BBC One, so let's dip into it and see what all the fuss is about.
Hi, Alex.
Oh, hi, Maria. Didn't see you there. I just popped in to see how you were.
Don't talk about it now. We'll discuss it later.
Yeah, well, that suits me just fine.
It's a nice colour you've got in your hair, Ange. What is it? Chili hot pepper?
No, just a bit of henna. You got a problem?
No. You bloody trout!
What's going on here? This is supposed to be a high-class bureau de change, not some two-bit Punch and Judy show down on the seafront at Margate.
It's all right, Mr. Hennity. It's okay now. Just a little misunderstanding.
Shut it!
Why?
Because...
Because I'm gay? Is that it? Go on. Say it.
You're on borrowed time, sunshine. And as for you, you can pack your bags. You're out!
Alan, sport.
Thanks, Chris. Well, it was a very amusing incident on the golf
Sorry,
course.
Alan, I'm going to have to interrupt you there. We've just heard news of a dramatic incident. The Queen and John Major have had a fight. It's believed to have happened during the Prime Minister's weekly meeting at Buckingham Palace. On the big screen now is our correspondent, Jennifer Gumpertz.
The Prime Minister's weekly meeting normally lasts an hour, but today he was seen to leave hurriedly after just 17 minutes. It's clear that a strong disagreement took place, a disagreement which may have involved physical violence. Some palace staff said they heard loud swearing voices and the sound of bodies falling against furniture. One said he saw Mr. Major emerge with a red mark across his face and bleeding legs. Seconds after the Prime Minister's departure, the Queen's doctor arrived at speed and ran inside. Neither the Palace nor Downing Street have issued an official statement so far.
And a few moments ago, we received this amateur video footage which seems to show that the Queen and John Major were involved in some kind of drubbing incident. And as a result of that broadcast, the crisis has deepened dramatically. I'm joined by our crisis correspondent, Spartacus Mills. Spartacus, this is huge history happening, isn't it?
It's bigger than that, Chris. It's large. I mean, if you've got a history book at home, take it out, throw it in the bin. It's worthless. The history books now will have to be rewritten.
What will they say?
They'll quite simply say, John Major punched the Queen. Everything else will be a footnote.
I'll push for time. Can you sum it up in a word?
No.
A sound? Spartacus, thank you. Alan, sport.
Thanks, Chris. Well, as I said, it really was...
Shut it, Alan. I want you to stop. All programmes have now been suspended on all channels to allow the broadcast of this film held in reserve for times of crisis.
Britain is a nation built on the very scowling face of adversity. Its dauntless spirit unbowed by any crisis. This is Britain at its best. This is Britain, and in this glittering sea, this perfect fusion of man and mineral, we know that conflict will always perish in the brotherhood of flags. This is Britain, and everything's all right. Everything's all right. It's okay. It's fine.
During that film, we've been watching Number 10. There isn't much going on there at the moment, but both sides have now agreed a solution to the crisis, which will involve the Queen processing to Number 10 and returning several punches to Mr. Major's face. That won't happen for a while now, so let's take the business. Kilately sisters, how many Number 10s are there in your report?
Thanks, Chris. There was a big smell of fear in the city today when leisure conglomerate Bottington Fiasco fell 10%,
There's one.
leaving the cup open for a hammer bid from Silica Fist Fruit at 12. There were no dollars today. I'm Kilately sisters. On to the money markets. Quick look at the currency kidney. There's a lot of pressure there on the Bundeswessel, leading to a slight inflammation in the exchange tract, causing a negative flow of waste pounds across all international membranes. So in summary then, seven's a bit younger. Chris.
Later tonight on BBC Two, another probing interview in the dentist chair. This week's guest is Richard Branson.
That's nice and wide, lovely. You know, you're in the public eye quite a lot, but at home, what are you, private? Or would you prefer being a public person? Yeah? Yeah? Well, Richard Branson, thanks very much for coming in the dentist's chair. I'll just clean you up now, okay?
And then at 8:30, John Fashanu, John Fashanu, John Fashanu, John Fashanu, John Fashanu, John Fashanu.
That's John Fashanu tonight on BBC Two.
Coming up, the Queen marches on Downing Street. There she is in a cart, and whatever next in the bureau. The soap opera that's got them all in a lather.
Ange!
Pills! Someone call an ambulance.
Don't bother. She's dead.
There's a note for you.
It's Hennety's fault. Look, I never thought I'd say this, right, but pull down the blinds. I'm closing the bureau for an hour.
A large build-up of air traffic over London has tonight jammed solid in the sky. Thousands of aircraft have ground to a halt in mid-air and may soon start falling like massive buses.
The air jam started around 2 o'clock this afternoon, bringing chaos to Heathrow and Gatwick, both airports today. In an air jam, there's a 3D gridlock in the air and no way out. The planes just slow down and stop. It's been known for years that air jam could happen, but no emergency measures were ever made. The last-minute efforts of Transport Secretary John McGregor this afternoon did little to help.
Is he always breaking things?
The irony is that while these people lie around like the dead, those in the air will actually die and end up like the ratatouille these people ate at the canteens, which are responding to strong demand at the moment here.
Time now for our resident humorist Brant, the physical cartoonist from the Daily Telegraph, to roast the hell out of everybody with his pomposity pistol. Mr. Brant, do something that'll make them, and I mean any politician watching this, feel really ashamed.
Thanks, Chris. This week, Bill Clinton has shown that, like Icarus, he can't stand the political heat.
America now, and this report.
Milwaukee State Penitentiary, and on death row, it's wedding bells, not execution yells, as condemned strangler Chapman Baxter prepares to tie the knot with female felon Charlene Gray.
Can't hear you.
Baxter goes to the electric chair tomorrow, but not before he weds Charlene, a convicted arsonist who set his heart on fire.
I ain't never loved nobody, nobody never loved me. When I met Charlene, it just was like a bolt from blue and just fell in love and just figured, why the hell not? Why shouldn't I get married? Just like a real regular person. We ain't gonna go no older. We're just gonna get up there on this kind of double electric chair. And then I put the ring on Charlene's finger that connects the circuit, and then when we kiss, it completes the circuit, and then you know what's gonna happen.
Meanwhile, Baxter's bride-to-be is busy with last-minute preparations for her impending ending. Did you ever kill anyone?
Only my dog.
The preparations for the connubial killing will start at 11 a.m. when Charlene Gray will walk down the aisle and straight into a sit-down reception. There's even a wedding cake for this wedding wake, but for presiding minister Alvin Holler, it's the bride, not the cake, who'll end up with the most tears.
So, why she won't go do a goddamn thing like that for?
Did you try to counsel the bride?
Yes, ma'am. She's sure pretty.
But not for long.
No, ma'am. She gonna die like a dog.
It's the morning of the nupticution, and everything's ready to give these newly deads a sizzling send-off.
Place the ring on her finger. And now pronounce you man and wife. You may kiss your bride. Clear the area!
So, as Chapman Baxter leaves his bride jolted at the altar, looks like this is one wedding where we all get to toast the happy couple. Barbara Wintergreen, CBN News, Milwaukee State Penitentiary.
Time now for the weather with Sylvester Stewart.
Starting in the southeast, where it should be dull and drizzly in the morning, a bit like waking up next to a corpse. In Wales, it should start off nice, but bits of unpleasant old weather should drift back by the afternoon and the rain will bitch down. Things should improve in the northeast and the southwest, which should collide towards mid-afternoon, and there'll be loud thunderstorms later in the evening, about the volume of a Thin Lizzy concert. In summary, then, And that's all the weather.
Wise words there from Sylvester Stewart. Time now for sport with Alan Partridge. Alan, you're a bit of a word man, aren't you?
I certainly am, like words. Where would we be without them? Help you when you're having a chat.
Yeah, do you feel them as they come out?
Yep, certainly do.
What do they feel like, then?
Yeah, something like that.
Do long words feel different from short ones?
Yeah.
What about significant words? What do they feel like? Alan.
What?
What do significant words feel like as they come out? Do they feel different?
Yes. I'm Alan Partridge.
But just as a significant word, isn't it?
Yeah. This is Sports Desk. Football. The Liverpool versus Tanners match ended last night with defeat for the Tanners. I visited their dressing room. The atmosphere here hangs heavy like a big smell. The smell of men together, the smell of cat's musk. Bob Mariner, you missed the penalty. Why?
Yeah, Alan, it was a bad one. It took the top of my boot. It was all over in an instant.
You look really stupid.
Yeah, it wasn't a good performance. I'm going to try and take a shower now. Look on to the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Are you going to wash away the stain of defeat?
Yeah, get clean now and look on to the next. Start again in the rest of the season.
Yeah, but when you go home with your, you get to bed with your wife tonight. You watch it on a VHS. You're going to sleep with her. She sees a stain on your body, and she says, "Bob, remove the stain." Will you remove it?
I'm married, Alan. I'm married.
Oh, mate, you've got a girlfriend though. On to show jumping, and I managed to catch up with the Australian dazzler Katrina Parfitt after this morning's big horse event. Katrina, quick word. Let me say, you look fantastic on a horse.
Thank you very much.
You're like the Lone Ranger on Tonto.
Oh.
How do you feel?
Well, I feel disappointed. I didn't quite make it this time, but, you know, that's the way it goes.
I was personally gutted because I love those little touches you add, the way you turn, smile at the judge,
Well,
a little wave, a little wink.
it doesn't go on looks and smiles. It goes on a lot of skill and discipline now.
I'm sure it does, but let me tell you, if I'd have been a judge, I would have been a complete mess.
Right.
What about the horse? How's that handling?
Well, Sedanzik wasn't doing too well. He shied away from the water jump, and that's when I really began to lose it.
Yeah, well, let me tell you, if you ever have any more problems with him, you could ride me round the paddock.
Thank you. Anyway, I think that next year I'll have better luck.
How do you ride a horse?
How do I ride?
How do you ride a horse?
Well, I've been riding since the age of about 5. I don't think it's anything you can learn. I think it's something that's in the blood.
Sedanzik.
He's my horse, yeah. And I shall be back next year and I shall win on him.
You tell him.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very much. Thank you. Katrina Parfitt, a lady.
A fact, alone and tumbling through infospace. Without help, it could vanish forever. Because only this can make it a news.
Here with comments on some of the stuff we've just seen, our resident reactor, Jacques Livereau, who's been commenting on everything since the start of the programme. He just sort of gets on with it as he goes along. Let's dip into him now.
If we could see politics, what would it look like? A cube, but with all its corners on the inside.
Back now to the constitutional crisis. The Queen processes to Downing Street today to punch John Major back in the face. Huge crowds are gathering there already. Our reporter down among it all, Jonathan Sears.
Thank you very much. It really is a magnificent potato of a day here today. This, of course, the route that Princess Anne will be taking. She is the Queen's second. The Queen herself will be going down the Mall, through Admiralty Arch, around Trafalgar Square, and then on down Whitehall itself to number 10. I've been meeting some of the people here who've been getting terribly excited over the last 24 hours.
It's nice to see the Queen bouncing back today, wasn't it?
Indeed it was.
A good quality bounce?
Most certainly.
And do you think the Prime Minister is going to lose today?
I couldn't honestly say.
It's going to be a close one, isn't it? But is it quite right that the Queen should end up on top?
Yes, certainly.
If you were right there, able to administer on-the-spot justice to somebody who had punched the monarch in the face, what would you do to them if you were right there, standing next to them, bang, and so on?
Well, I would immediately smother the person, whoever it was, if anybody attempted to assault the sovereign.
If you'd been there on the day, you would have smothered the man, Major?
Yes.
With your own clothing?
Yes.
Yes. Or anything else that came to hand? Cloths?
Yes.
Blankets?
Yes.
Even a handkerchief?
Yeah. And
what would you have said to him as you smothered him?
No, I wouldn't have said anything at all.
No words, just physical action?
Physical action, that's all it's called for.
Flatten the bugger?
That's right.
And we gather that whilst that was going on, the Queen took a secret tunnel straight into number 10 and may already be inside.
This afternoon, opposition MPs turned up to weaken the Prime Minister. That was part of the deal too. And throughout the day, he'd received a stream of colleagues to use as sparring partners and tactical pain advisors, including Kenneth Clarke, Michael Howard, Christopher Biggins and Michael Heseltine. Mr. Major then received strength from supporters and well-wishers, including pop star George Michael.
And our cameras have been rolling all the time. I'm told if we turn the sound up, it is possible to hear Her Majesty's arrival and the solemn punching up. And to commemorate the end of the crisis, the Post Office has released a special stamp featuring the Queen and John Major kissing.
If democracy is a bra, then the monarchy are breasts, and we cannot imagine a society without breasts. Ella.
And it's difficult not to feel humbled or even ashamed after that.
Soul reversal.
We're looking today at soul reversal. Is that a good or a bad thing?
A good thing.
Would you like to see it happening more often?
Yes, I think so, yeah.
Is it the sort of thing that you can feel, or does it happen slowly?
Slowly? Yeah, slowly. Definitely slowly.
Can you feel it beginning to happen or not?
Yes. Yeah.
You can, and what's the sensation like as you experience soul reversal yourself?
Not very nice.
Would you like to see soul reversal more in crowded areas like football matches, or
quiet areas like churches?
No, football matches.
Bit of soul reversal, a football match from the players as well?
Yeah, or certainly from the players, yeah.
By what sort of degree would you like to see the soul reversed? How much?
All the way, I think.
Well, yeah. Let's look at it like this. Could you hold the microphone for me a second and I'll just show you?
Yeah.
If we, taking a standard soul in, like that, and something to reverse it on, like this, with 90, 180, 270 or 360, how much would you like to see it reversed by?
Half.
Like this?
I think around half. Well, yeah.
So you'd like to see that as the ideal soul reversal for a football match?
Definitely, yeah.
The day today approaches the buffet with an extremely broad plate.
And more from the day-to-day special Germ in the Pipe documentary on life at St Lamb's swimming pool in Acton.
I'm the pool supervisor, the night supervisor. I basically watch the monitors at night, see if anything occurs. There was one incident, I remember it quite clearly. I was filling in a puzzle and I heard the noise. It was a commotion up in the rafters, and somehow, we never know even to this day, a pigeon had got in, was flapping about in the rafters. We called the bird specialists, they removed it in the morning.
I'm really sorry this has occurred. If you'd like to talk to Vicky afterwards, you know, we welcome you having a few free swims at the pool at our expense, because it's very unfortunate. So please do talk to Vicky.
I mean, I think it's
sorry,
bioelectrics to health and something.
Yeah, you'll get an early bird swim, all right?
Just shut it. Just shut it, right? Just cut it out now. Cut it out now.
I've never tempted to use the pool myself at night, although some time ago I used to go down and take showers, and on one occasion I went down and to the pool and found a woman's swimming costume which I put on and paraded around singing a song, Joan Baez's protest song.
This is procedural inaccuracy. What are we supposed to do when there's a roach in the pool?
Ooh.
What are we supposed to shout?
Say Mr. Linus is in the pool.
And what did you shout? Oh my God, there's a cockroach. I mean, this is indicative of what's been going on all along.
Shut up, it's not funny.
It's not funny, actually.
This pool's been open nearly 40 years, and in all that time I only slipped up once, to my mind. I was engaged in a particularly tricky word puzzle, and 40 people had broken in, were in the pool, playing around, sort of ducking and bombing, doing all manner of prohibited activities, and eventually someone was killed.
But given that your sole responsibility is to maintain the security of the pool, isn't that an indictment against yourself?
Well, I would say this. I've been working here for 18 years. In 1975, no one died. In 1976, no one died. In 1977, no one died. In 1978, no one died. In 1979, no one died. In 1980, someone died. In 1981, no one died. In 1982, there was the incident with a pigeon. In 1983, no one died. In 1984, no one died. In 1985, no one died. In 1986, I mean, I could go on. No. Right.
Ultra News.
Just time for a quick look at tomorrow's headlines. Today, you could blow notes across the holes in his head, says Sinatra Doc. The Herald Tribune go with boiled dog could do maths, claims experimenter. The European, elastic song strangles Hucknall. The Daily Telegraph and other broadsheets feature tabs here down the side for ease of turning the pages. And the Independent go with Portillo's face felt like guts, says Girl. That's it, just to let you know that police are still looking for the actor Burt Reynolds after he stole a Dodgem and drove it out of a fairground in Islington. The 59-year-old American eluded capture after a low-speed car chase and was last seen heading north on the M11 near Saffron Walden. That's it. Good night.
Sevi Ballesteros, the bullfighter. That's what I call him, though technically he's a professional golfer. A friend of mine said recently, what do you get if you cross a ballerina and a bastard? Ballesteros was his answer. I guess if you analyse it, that Sevi combines the qualities of both those animals. He has the lithe sophistication and nimbleness of a ballerina, combined with the hard-nosed, ruthless thuggery of a bastard.
More now on that drama beneath the waves. We've just heard that the Day Today has a live link with the submarine stuck a mile below the surface at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean. Crewman Chesney Christ is on the line now. Hello, Chesney.
$10 McDonald's.
Hello, Chesney.
Who?
How is everybody down there?
Oh, we're getting on pretty well. We're kind of busy right now.
Is water getting in anywhere?
Water?
Yes.
This is a McDonald's restaurant, sir.
Keep the spirits up, that's right.
Yeah, we're keeping the spirits up. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Woo! Tell me, what can you see from where you are? Can you see any fish?
No fish.
I'm told that where you are may well be the domain of a giant squid. If one turned up, what weaponry could you employ to keep it out?
Well, I don't really know, but it's kind of impossible to.
It sounds like you're not quite sure. Is this confidential information?
I mean, I'm working for a fast food restaurant here.
You're presumably talking in code. Are you about to blow up?
No, I'm not.
Well, could you tell everybody there not to move around because you'll use up the oxygen?
Yes, I'll tell them that.
Hang on in there and
Okay.
count up to 1,000,000.
Okay.
We're with you every inch of the bloody way.
Yes, I know.